The arena in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, pulses with energy. A cauldron of anticipation under the desert night sky on August 20th, 2022. The crowd roars. Their voice is a thunderous wave, crashing against the ring where two giants of boxing prepare to collide. OLEKSANDR USYK, the Ukrainian virtuoso with a record unblemished by defeat, stands in one corner. His eyes calm yet piercing, like a surgeon before a delicate operation. Across from him, Anthony Joshua, Britain's towering heavyweight, radiates intensity, his muscles taut, his gaze fixed on reclaiming the WBA, WBO, and IBF titles he lost to Usyk in their first encounter. This is no mere rematch, it's a saga of redemption, legacy, and the unyielding pursuit of greatness. The boxing world holds its breath as the bell looms, ready to unleash a spectacle that will echo through the sport's history. The lights dim, and a spotlight bathes the ring in a golden glow. The announcer's voice booms, introducing the fighters to a deafening cheer. Usyk, the slick southpaw, glides to the center. His movements fluid, almost balletic, a stark contrast to Joshua's hulking presence. The Brit, fueled by a hunger to erase the memory of his previous defeat, stalks forward, his fists clenched, ready to unleash the power that made him a champion. The referee signals, and the first bell rings, slicing through the tension like a blade. The fight begins, and the crowd leans forward, captivated by the clash of styles. Usyk's artistry versus Joshua's brute force. In the opening round, Usyk sets the tone, his footwork a masterclass in evasion. He circles Joshua, flicking jabs that snap the Brit's head back, testing his range. Joshua, cautious but purposeful, responds with heavy shots, his right hand whizzing through the air, narrowly missing Usyk's chin, the Ukrainian's head. Movement is hypnotic, weaving and bobbing, making him a ghost in the ring. The crowd murmurs in awe as Usyk slips a vicious hook, countering with a sharp left that catches Joshua off guard. The first 3 rounds unfold like a chess match, with Usyk's precision giving him a slight edge, though Joshua's power looms as a constant threat. Every punch he throws carries the promise of a knockout, and the arena feels it, the air thick, with the possibility of a sudden end. As the 4th round begins, Joshua finds his rhythm. He cuts off the ring, trapping Usyk against the ropes with a thudding body shot that draws a gasp from the crowd. The Ukrainian grimaces but doesn't falter, firing back with a quick combination that forces Joshua to reset. The Brit's corner, led by his trainer, shouts for him to keep the pressure on, sensing a shift in momentum. In the 5th, Joshua lands a crushing right hand, the impact echoing through the arena like a gunshot. Usyk stumbles briefly, but his composure holds, his eyes locked on Joshua as if deciphering a code. The Ukrainian responds with a dazzling flurry, a left hook snapping Joshua's head back, reminding everyone why he's the champion. The crowd roars, split between those chanting for Joshua's comeback and those marveling at Usyk's resilience. By the 6th round, the fight is a study in contrasts. Joshua's aggression is relentless, his punches carrying the weight of a man fighting for his legacy. He lands a solid jab to Usyk's chest, followed by a hook that grazes the Ukrainian's temple. But Usyk's ring IQ is unmatched. He angles out, using the ropes to his advantage, slipping punches by mere inches. A slow-motion replay captures the artistry of Joshua haymaker sails past Usyk's face, the Ukrainian countering with a pinpoint uppercut that lifts Joshua's chin. The commentators are in a frenzy, one calling Usyk a matador dodging a charging bull. The crowd feeds off the intensity, their cheers a pulsing heartbeat that drives the fighters forward. As the fight enters the 7th round, Usyk begins to assert dominance. His footwork becomes a weapon, frustrating Joshua's attempts to corner him. The Ukrainian's jabs are relentless, peppering Joshua's face, reddening his cheeks. Joshua, undeterred, digs deep, landing a monstrous uppercut in the 8th that rocks Usyk, sending a ripple of excitement through the arena. For a moment, it seems the tide might turn, but Usyk's recovery is swift. He dances away, resetting the fight on his terms, and lands a vicious left that staggers Joshua. The slow-motion replay is breathtaking. Usyk's glove connects with surgical precision, Joshua's eyes widening in surprise. The crowd is on its feet, Sensing the fight's pivotal moment, rounds 9 and 10 are a war of attrition. Joshua, fueled by desperation, unleashes a barrage of punches. His fists a blur as he tries to overwhelm Usyk's defense. The Ukrainian, however, is a fortress. His guard tight, his movement unpredictable. He counters with combinations that seem to come from every angle, each punch a statement of his technical brilliance. Joshua's corner urges him to go for broke, and he does, landing a body shot that forces a rare grunt from Usyk. But the champion fires back, a three-punch combo, in the 10th leaving Joshua's legs wobbling. The arena is a cauldron of noise, fans screaming for their fighter. The atmosphere electric with the stakes of the moment as the 11th round begins. Usyk turns the screws. His confidence is palpable, his punches crisp and deliberate. He lands a devastating combination of jab, cross, and hook that sends Joshua reeling. The Brit's knees buckle, but he stays upright, his heart refusing to yield. The crowd chants his name, willing him to fight on, and he responds with a desperate flurry, catching Usyk with a glancing hook. But the Ukrainian's defense is airtight, his head movement a blur, dodging punches with an almost supernatural grace. The commentators marvel at his stamina, noting that Usyk seems as fresh as he did in the first round. While judges' scorecards are red, the tension is unbearable, every eye fixed on the announcer. The scores come in a split decision, 115 to 113 for Joshua, 115 to 113 for Usyk, and 116 to 112 for Usyk. The Ukrainian retains his titles, and the crowd roars, a mix of celebration and disbelief. Usyk raises his fists, his face a portrait of quiet triumph, while Joshua nods, gracious in defeat, his eyes already burning with the promise of a comeback. The ring becomes a stage for their post-fight reflections, Usyk dedicating the win to his war-torn homeland, Ukraine, his voice steady but emotional. Joshua, ever the warrior, vows to return stronger, his words laced with determination and respect for his opponent. The broadcast cuts to a montage of the fight's defining moments: Usyk's dazzling footwork, Joshua's thunderous punches, the near knockdowns, and the final embrace. The commentators dissect the bout, praising Usyk's technical mastery and Joshua's heart. Fans flood social media with reactions, some hailing Usyk as a generational talent, others rallying behind Joshua's resilience. The screen flashes with slow-motion replays, each frame a testament to the skill and courage displayed. Usyk's left hook in the 11th, Joshua's uppercut in the 8th. These moments are etched into boxing lore, destined to be replayed for years. As the broadcast nears its end, the focus shifts to the broader implications. Usyk's victory cements his place among the heavyweight elite, a champion whose name now sits alongside legends. For Joshua, the loss is a setback but not the end. His resolve suggests a third fight could loom on the horizon. The heavyweight division, already a crucible of drama, burns brighter with this rivalry, its future tantalizingly uncertain. The camera pans across the arena one last time, capturing the faces of fans, some jubilant, some heartbroken, all united by the spectacle they've witnessed. The screen fades to black, and text appears: Usyk vs. Joshua 2, a night to remember. The music swells, an orchestral crescendo that carries the weight of the fight's emotion. Highlights play over the credits: Usyk's smile, Joshua's grit, the crowd's fervor. The narrator's voice returns, soft but resolute. In the ring, two men fought not just for titles, but for immortality. OLEKSANDR USYK stands tall. But Anthony Joshua's story is far from over.